Welcome to Fenway Park as we get ready for Game 1 of a three-game series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox Baseball. When spring training began, most thought the Red Sox may be around 500 this season, perhaps a third-place finish. The Red Sox have been terrific all year and have put together a fantastic season. And tonight, with a couple of different things happening, can punch their ticket to October. We look at what could happen for the Red Sox tonight. The Red Sox magic number to make the playoffs is now 2. If the Sox win tonight, Cleveland loses, the Sox officially make the playoffs. Any combination of the Sox wins or Indians losses adding up to 2 puts the Sox in the playoffs. The Sox will clinch a playoff spot tonight if they win and the Indians lose to Kansas City. The Red Sox magic number to win the AL East is now 4. Any combination of Sox wins and Rays losses adding up to 4 gives the Sox the division title. We welcome in Dennis Eckersley and X. So far, September has been fabulous for the Red Sox, and so has Mike Napoli.
Well, the patience has paid off for Mike Napoli. He started to get a little hot in August, but we've seen what happened in September. It's been through the roof. The power is unbelievable. First of all, he's been a one-man band against the Yankees, completely destroyed them with 7 home runs and 20 RBIs, and did what the Red Sox wanted to do against the Yankees. And in September, it's been through the roof, like I said. 5 home runs, and you see there the 13 RBIs, 417. Lifetime, he's over 300 in September. You hope that carries over into the playoffs. This guy's as hot as you can be.
Well, the Red Sox tonight open up this series, and of course this series means a lot more to the Baltimore Orioles. We'll come back and talk more about that after we step aside. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, for the second straight series, the Red Sox take on a team that the series means more than it does to the Red Sox. Certainly with the Yankees coming in on the fringe of trying to get into the postseason with a wild card berth, Red Sox swept the Yankees. Now the Baltimore Orioles have the same situation coming here to Fenway Park. Here is the AL wild card scenario at the moment. The Rays and Rangers, if the season were to end today, would play in a wild card game. As it stands, the Indians are just a half game back. Terry Francona's Cruz had a very good season. The Orioles 2 games back, and the Royals are 2.5 games out. And as we welcome in Dennis Eckersley, an important night tonight for the Orioles and their starter, Scott Feldman.
I think it's going to be important every night. The pressure is on every starter for the Baltimore Orioles. Tonight, Scott Feldman, great acquisition for them. I mean, the last 6 starts, he's been on time, underneath 2 ERA. And this kid is about 6'5". The ball comes out of his hand, not powerful. He's like a breaking ball pitcher, little sinker ball, little change changeup, little cutter, but he's been hot for them, and you see the ERA 1.77, but the pressure is on him and each and every starting pitcher from here on in. But every game is a must-win for the Baltimore Orioles.
Speaking of starting pitching, on the mound tonight for the Red Sox is Ryan Dempster. So it's the Red Sox and Orioles from Fenway Park. Feels like fall here tonight at Fenway. We're back at the first pitch right after this. As we get ready for game one of the series, it is cool here tonight to fall-like from Fenway as the Red Sox and the Orioles get ready for the first game. Before we get it started, let's send it down to field level and Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, it seems like there's someone new stepping up each and every day for this Red Sox team. It really speaks to the depth of the organization as we take a look at our Geico quote of the day that comes from manager John Farrell on this team. He said the beauty of it is that it's a collective group. It's not about individual accolades or awards or acknowledgments. It's about what we hope to continue to work towards and achieve, Don.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. And certainly this team has played as a team all season long, and a chance to punch their ticket to the postseason tonight. Some things have got to happen, but certainly an exciting night tonight from Fenway.
Well, you can clinch something tonight, but what you really want to clinch is the big one, the division. And tonight, you know, things go right. That means they're in the playoffs. Well, they're in the playoffs. You know, I mean, we could probably safely say that. Everything would have to totally collapse not to have that happen. But what they just did to the Yankees and sweeping the Yankees says everything about the Red Sox. The direction that they're going, they're as good as anybody in baseball. You wish the playoffs were starting right now because that's how good they are.
Well, we'll be keeping an eye on that Cleveland-Kansas City situation tonight as well. As you mentioned off the top, a Indians loss and a Red Sox win would mean the Red Sox would be in the postseason this year. And that game, of course, will be getting underway about an hour after the start time of this game tonight from Fenway Park. Well, Dustin Pedroia and the Red Sox about to take the field here at Fenway, as the Red Sox had yesterday off and ready to continue this homestand, as they do indeed take the field at Fenway. Well, as they do, let's check out the Baltimore Orioles starting 9. As Nate McLeod leads it off in left field with Manny Machado at third base. Batting second, Chris Davis at first base. Adam Jones in the cleanup spot in center field. Nick Markakis in right. Danny Valencia, who's been red hot, hitting at .403 since the All-Star break. Valencia is the DH with Matt Wieters doing the catching. J.J. Hardy at shortstop bats 8th. And Brian Roberts, finally healthy, playing at second base and batting 9th. Now let's head down the pipe with FW Webb to take a look at the season numbers for Ryan Dempster. He comes into his 29th start of the year. He's 8-9 with a 4.70 earned run average. He's logged 162 and 2/3 innings, 151 strikeouts along the way, and opponents hitting at .259 against Dempster. In his 3 starts against Baltimore this year, he's 1-1 with a 2.50 earned run average. Opponents hitting at .206 against him as he hits his 4th start of the year tonight against the O's. The Red Sox defense is brought to you on NESN by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Xander Bogaerts, Stephen Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Mike Napoli. Left to right in the outfield for Boston, it is Mike Karp, Shane Victorino, and Daniel Nava. Tonight, Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching for Dempster. Red Sox beginning the night 7th in the American League in fielding percentage. Now the umpiring crew, the crew chief, Mike Winters, has the plate calling the balls and strikes with Laz Diaz at first base, Mark Wegner at second base, and Tim Timmons is the umpire at third. Tonight's game is available in Spanish by pushing the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game. Well, a cool night here tonight at Fenway Park, 57 degrees as we get it started. Breeze in from right field at 4 miles per hour, and the forecast for clear skies for the remainder of the night as Ryan Dempster toes the rubber. And Red Sox and Orioles getting underway here in game 1 of the series, and the first pitch is going to miss for ball 1, and we are underway. Like another situation where this series means a lot more to the opposition than it does the Red Sox, much like the Yankees over the weekend.
Well, I think with Baltimore, last time they came into town, the Red Sox almost swept them. The game that they won with Chris Tillman on the mound, I thought was a huge game for them, but this one's even bigger. As the season goes on for them, every game is almost a must-win.
Well, Nate McLeod flying out to right field. Buck Showalter's crew comes in at 79 and 70. And they did win their last game. Look at the numbers for Buck in his 4th season now with the Orioles, and really has turned things around, especially last year when the Orioles, of course, were able to win the wild card game, matched up against the Texas Rangers, and trying to get back to the postseason again as a wild card and trying to keep that dream alive right now. One down here in the first inning. Manny Machado takes a look at ball 1.
Well, Dempster on the mound, since he had the suspension and throwing at A-Rod, has thrown so-so. I mean, he's won a couple of games and almost won the last game against Tampa.
Diving it short is Drew from his kneecaps. Will throw across, but not nearly in time. And reaching at first is Machado on the infield hit.
It's funny I say that. As I say that, Stephen Drew makes a great play at shortstop, a play that he made for Dempster, a bases loaded play in Tampa almost the same way, and getting a force out at second base, but he just can't come up with this and throw out Machado. Just too fast of a runner and too long of a throw. But that was such a big play in the last game in Tampa. Bases loaded, got him out of a huge jam. Dempster seems to find his way into trouble all the time. It seems like all year long he's been in trouble, but he just seems to get out of it. I mean, he's got the capability to punch you out at given times, at big times, with that little split finger.
Red Sox go into his shift here with Chris Davis standing in and taking strike 1. If not for Miguel Cabrera, Chris Davis may be looking at an MVP type season. I mean, look at his numbers. They are fabulous. He leads in home runs with 50 home runs coming into tonight. Of course, Miguel Cabrera leads in batting average and in RBIs, and is second in home runs. He's making kind of an outside bid at his 2nd straight Triple Crown, as he is currently, of course, banged up and now 7 home runs behind Chris Davis.
Well, you think about it, Chris Davis, that 50 home runs was probably a big deal, you know,
yes,
for him to get that out of the way. But, you know, he's got, what, 40 doubles to go along with that. This has been such a great year for him. Obviously, Cabrera is not going to catch him. You know, Cabrera had to be healthy to play out the last month. He's more worried about winning over there in Detroit. But this kid, if it wasn't for Cabrera, is the MVP.
Either way, he has become a much more complete player than he was in the past as he swings and misses here, and it's 1-2. When he was in Texas, record numbers of strikeouts, and he's become a much more selective hitter and is in better counts, and as a result putting up some very big numbers.
Well, Dempster gets him to swing at that split finger once again. That's how Dempster has success. Makes guys swing out of the strike zone.
Taken off is Machado, and this is fouled off by Davis. Machado went in with a head first slide on a foul ball. 1-2. A cool night here tonight from Fenway Park. Feels like fall as the Red Sox and Orioles open up this 3-game series. Swing and a miss, and Davis strikes out. There it is. First strikeout of the night for Ryan Dempster.
Well, he threw that fastball by him like this was 100 miles an hour, 88-mile-an-hour fastball right there. He swings through it. Had to have something else on his mind after those split fingers. He slipped a cheese by him.
Pitch on NESN is brought to you by Mika. Mika Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 1-2 down in the inning. Machado still at first base. Here's Adam Jones. Put together a very good season. 293 average, 31 homers, and over 100 RBIs. 102 to be exact, as they check on Machado at first base.
Machado not really a threat. You see the 6 stolen bases has been thrown out 7 times. The only guy that really runs on this club besides maybe Jones is McLeod with 30 stolen bases.
This one fouled back, and it's 0-1. We'll get set for every Red Sox game on NESN with Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. NESN's pregame coverage of the Sox begins an hour before every game. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union, banking the DCU way. 2 down, Machado at first base, and Adam Jones down to the count, 0-1.
This team is just sitting back trying to juice you, is what they're doing. This is the type of team it is. Most everybody in that lineup has got some power, included obviously in Jones.
And it certainly works in the ballpark in which they play. You see a very filled dugout down there for the Orioles, as you might imagine. So is the Red Sox with the September call-ups. A swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he's got him in between early, throwing fastballs right by him.
Former Red Sox AAA manager and, of course, first base coach with Boston, Ron Johnson, who is the AAA manager in the Orioles organization. Nice to see RJ back here at Fenway.
His son's leading the National League in
Yes,
hitting,
he
either
is.
1 or 2.
Soft toss to first, and back is Machado. And the Red Sox starting the night with 92 victories on the year. 3 more than the Atlanta Braves. And the Red Sox scores on the 9-game lead over the Orioles. Magic number to win the division is 4 heading into tonight's games. Swing and a miss, and Dempster finishes off the first with back-to-back strikeouts. Red Sox are coming up. Sox coming up in the bottom of the first. Red Sox batting orders brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Leading it off for Boston at second base is Dustin Pedroia, with Shane Victorino in center field batting second. David Ortiz at DH with Mike Napoli at first base. Daniel Nava is in right field. Mike Karp in left batting sixth. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching. Stephen Drew at shortstop batting eighth. And Xander Bogaerts at third base bats ninth. Getting the start for the Orioles tonight is Scott Feldman. His season numbers are brought to you by Nissan. His 13th start, he's 5-4 with a 3.62 earned run average, 77 innings, 54 strikeouts to 22 walks, and opponents hitting at .224 against Feldman. Dustin Pedroia leading it off here for Boston in the bottom of the first inning. And Eck, you mentioned it off the top, is a guy that's been pitching very well lately.
Oh, he really has. Last 6 starts, what, 1.77? He's done a nice job since coming over from the Cubs. He was with the Rangers for a long time. Little fastball, likes to throw a lot of cutters, and then he has a put away curveball.
That was the 7th game that Dustin Pedroia has led off for the Red Sox. He's hit at .308 in the leadoff spot in the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll take the strike, and it's 2-1.
You see the little sinking fastball. This guy's 6'7". You think he's going to throw 95, but he'll just touch 90 here and there.
Well, the Orioles took a look at the trade deadline and realized that they needed some help starting pitching wise, and he was part of the help, as that'll just miss. Called a ball, and it's 3-1.
Well, he just signed like a 1-year deal with the Cubs, so he's a free agent at the end of the year. He pitched decent for the Texas Rangers, won 17 games back in 2009.
30 years of age, as you mentioned, 6'7". And a fly ball hit to deep left field for Dustin Pedroia. La Luna. Home run number 9 of the season for Dustin Pedroia, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Boy, you're not going to get away with that. Dustin Pedroia does not let Feldman get away with a 3-run cutter. Ball middle, not much on it at all. 3-1, trying to drive the ball, and does he ever. So McLeod doesn't even move, just stood there in left field. This ball was a no-doubter by Pedroia over everything.
Yeah, McLeod didn't even move. He just stood there. He knew right away.
You got to give me 1 step at least.
Now, with that home run, Sox have now hit 164 home runs on the year. With it, Hess and Hess Express donate another $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital. Brings the season total $82,000. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. And there for strike 2, Shane Victorino. He's got 14 home runs of his own with 58 RBIs. And opponents hitting at .294 against Victorino. Not the way the Orioles and Scott Feldman want to start this game.
It goes to show you, pitchers, they get behind the count 3-1. They don't want to throw you a fastball, but a cutter is worse. It's even softer. It's that hit me all over it. They're trying to get you away from hitting a big part of the bat on the ball. You know, move away from the outside part of the plate. And 3-1, you're trying to trick somebody with that, and if you leave it there, it's a bomb.
Now Feldman left it there, and Dustin Pedroia takes it out of the yard. Now Victorino, after the 3-1 pitch, it was up. Outfield set up straight away on Shane Victorino, batting out of the 2 spot. Rolls it over foul, and we'll do it again. 3-2. Well, for Feldman in his career, 9 games total, 3 starts against Boston. As David Ortiz waits on deck. Feldman 1-1 with a 4.50 earned run average in his 3 starts. Ball just missed inside, apparently. And Victorino turned around to make sure. Heads down to first base with a walk. Let's take a look at the Orioles defensively. It's brought to you by Jaguar. As third to first, Manny Machado, J.J. Hardy, Brian Roberts, and Chris Davis. Left to right of the outfield, Nate McLeod, Adam Jones, and Nick Markakis. As Matt Wieters does the catching tonight for Scott Feldman. Orioles first in fielding percentage in the American League. So nobody out. And Shane Victorino at first base. David Ortiz, the batter. David at .311, 27 home runs, 94 runs batted in. Down the first baseline foul.
See Ortiz, his heat zone. No doubt the way he's been swinging the bat lately. Is he down in the zone? He'll go and drive that ball, lift that ball. Not only that, he's been using the whole ballpark recently against the Yankees. That's a great sign to see him use the whole ballpark, but he'll lift those balls right there out of here.
Quick check on Victorino. Crosses over to get back to the bag.
Looks like Victorino almost got hit on that 3-2 breaking ball, almost leaned into it.
He's on top of the plate, gets hit a lot, and
doesn't mind.
No, not at all.
Doesn't mind.
21 out of 24 stolen base attempts on the year. He gains a relatively short lead and easily gets back to the bag.
I mean, this club's got it all right now. I know Ellsbury's gone, but you see Victorino, he might as well be a leadoff hitter. It's going to bother the pitcher. The pitcher's got to concentrate against Ortiz. You got a hot hitter on deck with Napoli that's been leaving Earth just to stay in shape lately.
That'll miss away, and it evens at 1-1. There's Mike Napoli, who you mentioned, waiting on deck. Ortiz was 5 for 11 in the series against the Yankees. Victorino starts and stops. Is a sharply hit ball to the second baseman Roberts. Bad throw to second for one, but they are able to turn it back to first for a double play, and a nice play by J.J. Hardy to dig that throw out from Roberts, who was in the dirt.
That was a nice play everywhere. That was a great pick by Roberts. This looked like a base hit to right field. The ball hit on the screws. He snatches it and makes a bad throw over there to Hardy, but he picks it and turns it easy because David doesn't run very well. But Victorino really couldn't get all in the way of him because he got it soon enough because the ball was hit so hard to Roberts. And a good arm by Hardy to get it to first base and get David easily.
So 2 down, bases empty, and Mike Napoli, the batter. Curveball is going to miss for ball 1. Feldman has a fastball, curveball, cutter, and a splitter as part of his arsenal. And see the numbers for Mike Napoli, batting here with 2 outs in the first. There is a strike, 1-1.
If Feldman doesn't have his curveball, you could just forget about it. I think he's got a hit or miss curveball, and he's really got not much there. His fastball, cutter.
Hey, look at Feldman being 6'7", pretty big guy. You think about a power pitcher, but he's really not.
I always thought he was a sinker baller, but he's come up with this cutter that he likes to throw a lot.
This one grounded softly down the third baseline. Machado on the run and in time to get Napoli. Now the Red Sox get on the board thanks to Dustin Pedroia's 9th home run of the year. Red Sox lead it 1-0. Back with the Red Sox on top 1-0 as we head to the top half of the second inning. Start following NESN on Twitter for the latest breaking news and programming alerts. It's all available on your computer and mobile device. Follow us on twitter.com/NESN as Nick Markakis leads it off, hitting at 273, 10 home runs and 56 runs batted in. It's Markakis, Valencia, and Wieters to bat in the second.
Early on here, Dempster's kind of tricked them with the fastball. Everybody's got that split finger on their minds.
One right at the bottom of the strike zone. Strike two, 1-2. Well, Dempster picked up 2 Ks in the first inning, able to get Davis, then Jones. And after the infield hit by Manny Machado. Late emergency swing, and it's fouled off to the left.
Well, he's got them confused early on here. It's not like he's bringing it up there. 89 miles an hour. Pretty good spots here and there. But, you know, I see a guy like Dempster. He's punched out 151 guys coming into this game. And it's really made him survive because he will eventually get into trouble. And he's been hurt by the long ball, but he's kept them to, for the majority of them, solos, which has been helpful. But I don't know how many times we've seen him just wiggle out of trouble. I mean, this guy can wiggle out of trouble with the best of them.
He's given up 25 home runs on the year. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back, and it hangs at 1-2.
You know, from here forward, you know, playoffs coming up. Dempster, where does he fit in? And obviously, he's not going to be one of the starters. You know, you're deep, especially with Buchholz coming back. So, I mean, the thought is the bullpen, but we've got another 10 days to start talking about where they're going to go from here.
That is a very good question, though. You know, it's been a very long time since Dempster was working out of the bullpen. You know, Felix Dubron has worked in the bullpen relatively recently, and it's an interesting situation there with those two guys, and who's in the rotation, who's not. Both of them likely will not be, I would think, at this point.
Well, you talk about Dempster like, oh, he used to be in the bullpen. Yeah, he used to be in the bullpen, and we used to bring it. But he's painting tonight.
Nick Markakis strikes out for the first out of the second inning. 3 straight Ks for Dempster as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, the improvements here at Fenway Park aren't limited to just the field. Earlier today, I was able to catch up with Deb Dumel of FW Web, and she took me over to check out one of the new FW Web bathroom centers here at Fenway Park.
The best part of the features of the bathroom and really the drive behind making these bathrooms basically very family friendly, user friendly, and basically environmentally friendly. Parents come to a ballpark or they come to any type of public place, they really need an environment that's really going to give them an opportunity to feel comfortable in. Most of the bathrooms are crowded with lots of other people at the park. This is totally a family environment. It is also, more importantly, the purpose of the bathroom is to make it very eco-friendly. So everything is from hands-free faucets to basically hand-free flushing systems. And basically also for people that are physically challenged, we have grab bars, which are the Green Monster Fenway Green in there. And we've also decorated the place with a lot of fun family photos that have taken place at Fenway Park.
All right, Jenny, thanks very much. And thanks to our partners, FW Web, as one out here in the second inning. Danny Valencia has fouled off a few. He is down 0-2. And this guy has been extremely hot since the All-Star break.
He really has, and that's exactly what, it's a shot in the arm for Baltimore. He's done some damage for them just recently with a 3-run bomb. You see the 8 home runs in less than 140 at bat. So late in the season like that, you got to get lucky, find somebody. You know what the Yankees did.
Alfonso Soriano worked out pretty well.
Yeah, but that guy makes a lot of money. This guy is short money.
Was a member of the Red Sox for a brief amount of time. 1-2 pitch is up high, 2-2. And Valencia fouls it off Saltalamacchia, and it hangs at 2-2. They got a piece of Mike Winters, the home plate umpire.
Little high fastball. He gets just sort of nicks it, catches him in the left shoulder. Got a lot of padding there. You'd be all right.
Easy for you to say. 2-2 pitch to Valencia. And that is just going to miss outside.
Well, that is a perfect pitch. You can't. That's the best slider he can possibly throw. This ball is dotted on the outside corner. He wants it. I want it. That's a perfect pitch.
And this one is even closer, right on that corner, but down to first base. With ball 4 goes Valencia. That is the first walk given up by Dempster. A couple of close pitches. And the Orioles have their second base runner of the night. Here comes Matt Wieters. Average has not been great for Wieters this year, hitting at .230. Does have 21 home runs, 72 runs batted in. Center fielder Shane Victorino over towards right center. Somewhat of a gap out there in left center field. He slaps it foul off to the left.
I mean, that's pretty good production out of your catcher. 21 home runs, 72 RBIs. Been in 138 games. I mean, you wilt away to nothing down there in Baltimore in the middle of the summer.
Can get pretty humid. Framed by Saltalamacchia, misses inside, and it's 1-1. First Orioles catcher to have 3 consecutive seasons of 20 or more home runs. As he takes a pitch inside. And take a look at last year's edition of the Orioles and this year's edition of the Orioles. They are not winning as many one-run games, not as many walk-offs. I mean, they had it all going on last year. It was kind of the perfect storm, really, to get them to the postseason. And this year has not been the same. They're still a very good team, but not having that kind of one-run magic this season.
It was amazing how they did it. I don't know how they did it. I mean, you think about it, it was magic. It was ultimate branch work. I mean, because you think about the rotation, they were in and out. Only one guy had 20 starts or more. It was Chen, Wei-Yin Chen. We'll see him tomorrow night. But the bullpen, Jim Johnson had such an incredible year.
Grounded to second. Pedroia took a look at second, but fires to first for the out. As Valencia takes second base with now 2 down in the inning. Wendy's Now That's Better takes a look at tonight's Red Sox starter Ryan Dempster. In his last 3 starts, Dempster's ERA has been a little higher than he'd prefer, but he's gone 2-0 while holding his opponents to just a .231 batting average. In his prior 3 starts, he went 0-1 while the opposition hit almost .300 against him, giving him an ERA over 3 runs per game higher than his most recent games. 2 down here in the second. Valencia at second base. And J.J. Hardy hits one on the ground sharply to the backhand for Drew. Throw is there in plenty of time to end the inning. Daniel Nava will lead it off with the Sox on top 1-0. at bat? Well, there's an app for that. MLB Preplay is the official prediction game of Major League Baseball. It's free to download on iOS and Android. Download now at NESN.com/preplay and play along during every Red Sox game. Well, we head to the bottom of the second inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage thanks to a solo shot by Dustin Pedroia. And here's Daniel Nava to lead it off. And his Nava, Carp, and Saltalamacchia.
How about the night that Nava had against the Yankees? 4 for 5. Hit the ball all over the ballpark. You see, Orioles got him played the pull. I mean, I see a lot of teams play him the pull.
It's definitely happening more often.
But he's hitting everything, too. Breaking balls. Fastballs the other way.
The 4 hits you talked about matched a career high as he went 4 for 5 on Sunday night, 2 doubles and an RBI. He was hit safely in 8 of his last 10 games, and look at his last 14.
And he can hit it all over the lineup. First, second, fourth, fifth, whatever. He's been everywhere. I mean, it is a surprise. To me, it's a surprise. I know we've seen it all year long and talked about him at the All-Star game. He should be an All-Star. But it's still a surprise. He put a whole season together. No one knew that he was going to get this amount of at-bats.
Strike 3, and knew it as he twists out of the box. First strikeout for Scott Feldman. And there's one out here in the second inning.
And you wonder what he's thinking about when you take a fastball right down the middle. That's what's going to happen when you take a lot, when you go into deep counts. That's going to happen.
One down for Mike Carp. Swinging to the first pitch, lines it to left, and that's going to get in. Ray McLeod over to the corner to play it. Carp set it for second base. He'll get there without a problem standing. One out double for Mike Carp, and the second Red Sox hit of the night.
Boy, you got to be careful with Carp. First pitch, we know the grand slam he hit in Tampa was a slider. He's going to get a cutter down and away. And this is a nice piece of hitting. Hits the ball the other way. Fenway Park down the left field line. Slicing away. He gets into second base easy.
Well, the 17 doubles tie a career high for Mike Carp. Jared Saltalamacchia hitting at .263, 13 homers and 59 runs batted in. We'll take a pitch a little bit low for ball 1.
It's funny how each and every one of these guys comes to the plate. It's like, because the Red Sox where they are right now, ready to clinch and go into the playoffs. There's a story with every guy up. I mean, everybody has done it. We can say glowing things about everybody that steps to the plate.
It's been that kind of year.
Really has.
And there have been so many different contributors on a nightly basis. I mean, you try to figure out who it's going to be that night, but it has been passed around and shared by this team all year.
Yeah, and so many big hits. I mean, most recently, obviously, the grand slam that he hit against the Yankees. But he hasn't had the home runs, but he's a better player this year.
Down the first base line, played by Davis. He will flip to the covering pitcher, Feldman, for the out of Saltalamacchia as Carp takes third base with now 2 down. So 2 away, Carp 90 feet away, and Stephen Drew coming up. 247, 12 homers and 62 runs batted in. You know, one thing the Red Sox really do have, you look at a guy like Stephen Drew last year, played in the postseason with the Oakland A's. I mean, they got a lot of guys who have postseason experience.
Yeah, he just, to me, he's just steady. And nothing really bothers this guy. This does not. And we've seen even, we talk about steady plays, the average play and this and that, but he makes the great play like we saw in Tampa with the bases loaded. That was a big play in that game. And he's capable of making, more than just routine plays. And I love his power. I think he's fearless, and I think he wants to be up there when there's something happening. Now, whether or not he gets to hit left-handed in the playoffs, remains to be seen, because that he hasn't been pinch hit for this year really all that often.
Of course, playoffs a much different animal.
Yeah, so things could change in the playoffs because a lot more matchups deep in the game, and the way the Red Sox are so deep, you can't help but want to go to the bench in certain situations. That probably will happen.
They've had so much pinch hitting success as well, as that pitch misses outside. Drew ahead in the count, 3-0. Xander Bogaerts waiting on deck. Bogaerts starting at third base tonight for Boston. Pitch is in there for strike one, 3-1.
Little 3-0 cutter. Everybody's afraid to throw cross seamers behind the count. They don't want to do it. Well, cutters goes just as far. Pedroia hit it out.
And a breaking ball there, in for a strike. Big pitch, full count. Into the curveball on a 3-1 pitch.
Little trickster, little 3-run hook.
Second full count now for Feldman. Orioles are in a huge shift on the right side, as Machado moving well over towards the bag at second base.
I've never talked more about shifts before in my life.
This season's been amazing.
Every night you mention a shift.
It used to be one guy. Now it's like 5 guys in every order, as that will miss. For ball 4, down to first base goes Drew. Second walk given up by Feldman of his outing. Well, the Red Sox want to welcome college students back to Boston with a special ticket offer sponsored by Student Universe. During this Orioles series, students can purchase $20 to $30 tickets for just $10. Go to studentuniverse.com or redsox.com to take advantage of this great offer. So 2 down, first and third for Boston. Red Sox have a run in already. And a 1-0 advantage as Xander Bogaerts stands in. Bogaerts at 303, a home run, 4 runs batted in. This is his 10th start since joining the Red Sox on August the 19th. As that'll miss for ball 1.
I was going to think right before he got up, he's going to get a steady diet of breaking balls. But Feldman, his curveball is really a hit or miss. Just got this little cutter, and he tries to paint.
One-0 is high, 2-0.
I mean, he's got no hump. I mean, that's it. And he's trying to bring that ball, and that's 88, and he doesn't want to miss out over the plate. You think he's going to get a 2-0 cutter.
And Bogaerts takes it for a strike, and it's 2-1.
I'm telling you.
There it is.
There it is. It's a pretty big cutter because it's not Rivera type cutter, obviously. To me, it's like a slider. Try to slip the gas inside on him right here.
Throw to third, and back at the bag at third is Carp. Drew took off with the pitch and steals second base. The leaders through to third base trying to catch Carp, but he's able to get back to the bag, and it's now second and third.
It's a good time to go right here because they're giving him second base, trying to throw behind the runner, but no one's even covering at second.
So second and third, 2 down, 3-1 the count to Bogaerts.
Another cutter.
In there for strike 2.
Pretty good pitch on the corner there. 3-1.
Feldman trying to get out of his jam right now. Red Sox have Drew at second, Carp at third, 2 down. And a foul. Bogart stays alive. This will bring Wieters out to talk to Feldman.
Feldman made a couple of good pitches right there. I don't know if he has another good pitch in him. Bogart's kid, he seems so relaxed. 20-year-old kid.
(3-2) is going to miss. Framed there by Wieters on a close pitch. But back-to-back walks by Feldman. He walks the 8-9 men, and Buck Showalter thinking he's getting squeezed right now.
Well, he's hoping for a called strike, but this ball is inside. Kind of left the curveball, a little roller. You can't want that. It's an ugly curveball to begin with. He went after him with 2 fastballs down and away and was afraid to do it again.
So base is now loaded, and Dustin Pedroia the batter. Dustin has already had success tonight against Scott Feldman. And he grabs the outside corner with strike 1. Pedroia picking up his 9th home run of the year. Solo shot back in the first inning. And Pedroia lines out to second base. Brian Roberts times the leap and makes the catch. It ends the inning. Red Sox leave them loaded and have a 1-0 lead. Top half of the third inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage as Brian Roberts leads it off here for the O's in the top half of the third inning. Ryan Dempster back on the mound. Hey, it's great to have with us Lynn Bohan, Vice President of Public Relations for HB Hood, and great to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Well, a terrific night here tonight at Fenway Park, part of a pregame ceremony. Tell us a little bit about the check presentation tonight here at Fenway.
Yes, tonight Hood was proud to make a $300,000 donation to the Red Sox Foundation.
Well, they've always been great supporters, and here was the presentation prior to the game. HP Hood and the blimp campaign, and we have been the recipient of some great shots all season long from the Hood blimp.
That's right. That's right. The blimp flew over Fenway Park through the months of July and August. It's gone for the season, unfortunately. It's headed out west, but we always have a good time with our fans, your fans, and we had a promotion this year where we offered prizes if you could spot the blimp and if you could determine where they were in New England. So we had a good time with that.
What about this? Tell us about this scholarship program that you have.
Yes, we actually, Hood has a scholarship program. It's called the Hood Sportsmanship Scholarship, and it recognizes students who contribute to the community, and they portray good sportsmanship on and off the field. And that program has just kicked off. It will just kick off soon, and you can find more information about it on hood.com.
Mr. Roberts fouled off to the left out of play. Tell us about the Hood Green team also.
Yes, the Hood Green team is a group of executives at our company who are committed to working on initiatives that help us reduce our carbon footprint. So that's a big initiative at our company. Another one of our social responsibility programs.
In the air to center field as drifting back is Victorino, and he is there for out number 1 of the inning. Hood has so many things going on. Also had the weekly prizes, $100 gift cards going on this season as well. It was fun.
We did. That was a part of the blimp program. So if you could identify the landmarks that the blimp pilot was taking photos of throughout the season, you would be eligible to win a prize every week throughout the campaign.
Have you been up in the Hood blimp?
I have to say I have been up in the blimp.
How scary is the Hood blimp?
It's not very scary.
Really?
Have you been up in the blimp?
No. And I don't think I
had
ever
a chance
would.
to.
Really?
Yeah, I had a
What'd
chance
you do?
to. I bailed.
You bailed?
Yeah. I can't do it.
I don't like heights.
I know, neither do I.
That's really
All right.
high.
Next year, Don,
Yeah.
you have an open invitation to come
Really?
up for a ride in the blimp. Yes.
Okay.
After all of
Maybe.
these years, I can't
Maybe.
believe
You
that you
gotta live
haven't
a
been in the
little
blimp.
I know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll step out there and take
I'll
a
go with
chance.
you.
You'll go?
Absolutely.
You'll go?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll say it now.
All right. We have you committed on air. So
Well, Jenny apparently wants to go also, I'm hearing now as well, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's up there. This is in the air to right field, hit well. Now the back is going to have room on the track to make the catch. His second out here of the 3rd inning.
Oh, you can't hit a ball much better than not go out of the ballpark right there. Nava almost ran out of ballpark. High fastball. McLeod crushes this ball. Looks routine in Fenway Park.
Well, 2 down as Manny Machado coming up here for the Orioles. And ask about the home base program also that you're involved in, HP Hood.
yes, we support the Red Sox Foundation. One of the programs, one of their cornerstone programs, is the home base program. That's just one of the several programs that we're proud to support.
And thank you
through
so
the Red
much
Sox
for all you do,
Foundation.
Lynn. Thanks
Sure.
for coming up.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much
it.
for having me. And remember, blimp ride next year.
Blimp next year.
Told you that.
Uh-oh.
Heck will be on it.
You got it.
All right, thank you.
cents for any size. That's right, just 99 cents. Any size, any time. Only at Cumberland Farms. Well, Jim Longborg in the house. Gentleman Jim here at Fenway Park tonight.
Gentleman Jim.
One of the classiest men you'll ever meet.
Wouldn't that be a nice nickname to have?
Yes.
I mean, it means you're classy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Gentleman Don.
Yeah. 1-0. Red Sox have the lead as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Would you really go on the Hood blimp if you were asked to go? I mean, you have to think about this.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it. Somebody had asked me if I did, and at the time I said no, but I would consider it.
I would need to know the weather conditions before we
exactly.
venture
I'd rather
off.
do that than get in a balloon.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, come on. There's no way I'm getting in a balloon.
I am never getting in a balloon.
But that's probably not a big deal. I'm surprised they haven't done a baseball game from the blimp. Somebody talked about doing that.
The entire game?
I guess. I mean, it seemed kind of silly. I don't know. But somebody said doing that.
Would you eliminate announcers to do that? Because I'm not for that if that's the trend we're starting.
I don't know. I'll say anything up here. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to doing it, then it's another thing.
Right. Because you agreed to it. You said you'd do it.
I don't know why I said that.
We have it on tape in case you
just
chicken
trying
out
to be,
next year.
I mean, get people in the booth. You'll say anything.
Right. You're a team guy. Pitch is going to miss, and it is 3-1 to Shane Victorino, David Ortiz, and Mike Napoli to bat in the inning. Red Sox had a good opportunity in the second inning. Bases loaded, but could not score. Dustin Pedroia lined out to Brian Roberts at second base. 3-1 pitch grounded foul into the O's dugout.
Once again, the Red Sox work this pitch count. 48 pitches. Nobody out in the second inning. What new?
In there for strike three. Victorino thought he had ball four and takes a look back at Mike Winters. That is the second strikeout for Feldman right at the bottom of the strike zone to pick up that second K.
Yeah, first look, I thought this ball was low to see the way Winters catches it down, but the pit zone has it right borderline. Look at him catch this ball. That ball's down.
Well, Victorino certainly thought so. He is the first out of the third inning. And it brings up David Ortiz. And Poppy grounded into the 4-6-3 double play in the first inning.
Hit a bullet to Roberts for a double play last time up.
Inside for ball one, 1-1.
Well, at least he's thrown the right pitches to have him pull the ball. You know, back-to-back breaking balls. There's not much more you can do with it than hit a rocket into that shift.
And there it is into the shift. But right at Roberts. Fires to first for the out. And Ortiz is out number 2 of the inning. And actually Machado, who is out in short right field, third baseman, to make the play. It's technically 5-3 on the put out of David Ortiz.
And that's why they do this. I mean, that's exactly why they do this. This is normally a base hit to right field, but the third baseman is in short, shallow right field. They're going to keep doing this, and I understand with Ortiz. I mean, it makes sense.
You get it with him, but you wonder about everybody else.
Right.
And the other question I have is how much it affects the pitcher. I mean, you have to, with you go into the shift, it affects how you're going to pitch a guy.
That's like I said, he's throwing him soft stuff to Ortiz, and then something that he can pull. You just hope he doesn't pull it in the seats. And what if you feel like, you know, throwing the sinker away?
You can't.
So you can have a base hit anytime you want, I guess, is what they're saying.
Well, they shift on the left side here for Napoli. We've seen this before. More teams doing this.
We saw it with Soriano. They shifted that way with Reynolds, Mark Reynolds, this weekend.
This one fouled back. How much as a pitcher are you at a disadvantage when you have to work to one area?
Well, I never really had to do this all that often. I just didn't. This has been a new thing, and it's been more and more really over the last 3 or 4 years. This hasn't been going on that long, but now it's everywhere. I don't necessarily like it, but they know what they're doing. I mean, the stats and the numbers line up.
And this one is lined down the right field line, just foul. Well, get ready to get beard tomorrow night. The Red Sox will celebrate Dollar Beard Night at Fenway Park. Any fan of any age who comes to Gate E Wednesday night with a real or fake beard can get a ticket for that night's game for just $1 while supplies last. The Gate E ticket window will open at 5:40. Fans can get in line up to 5 hours prior to the first pitch, so it can be real or it can be fake. I think most of those are fake.
Yeah, I would think.
Pitch in the dirt, and it evens at 2-2. That's real. You ever featured a beard?
I have never.
No.
I have never. I mean, maybe a couple of days. It seems irritating.
During the off season, I'll flirt with it every now and again. I hate shaving. So.
I play with my mustache all the time anyway. I couldn't imagine having a beard.
And this one grounded foul.
And I remember you were talking the other night about what do you do? How do you clean it, right? Shampoo it?
Yes,
right?
I think so. When it gets that unmanageable.
Oh, totally.
Like a Napoli type unmanageable. Like that. I mean, there's stuff living in there, I think.
You'd think if you were going out to get a job, you wouldn't be able to just walk in with a beard, right? If you're looking for a job.
Right.
But I guess if you've already got one, you could do whatever you want, and sort of obviously it's turned into a bonding thing here. We've seen it in hockey, right? Everybody starts growing their
playoff beards,
right?
We did that for charity a couple of years in a row. We had the goatees. Now that's not what they have. They got a full beard going.
Pedroia was back and forth, wasn't he? All year he'd have one, he'd cut it off. He didn't know which way to go.
3-2 is outside. Ball 4, and Napoli draws a 2-out walk. Feldman has walked 4 now in his outing. We sent it down to Jenny.
Well, Don, the Sox could clinch a playoff spot as early as tonight. So for our AT&T text poll question of the night, we want to ask fans at home, if and when they do clinch, how much would you like to see the regular players rested? So text those votes to 536-536. Select A for limited rest. One say qualify. B for not until the AL East is decided. C for not until the best record in the AL East is decided. And D for not at all. Message and data rates may apply. Vote throughout the game in our post-game coverage. And we'll give you the best answer and the winner on NESN Sports Today. Don?
All right, Jane, thank you very much. Certainly, best record does make a big difference.
Oh, yeah, they've got to have that. I mean, this is one thing winning the division, but you have got to win home field, which is a good thing. The fact of the matter is they've got off days anyway. Right? They're
larger
lucky.
Number.
Yes, and then I think that they're in a good position. They're going to be able to rest people anyway.
Now, if I got this right, you win your division, and you're not going to play for 4 days after the season is over anyway.
Right.
So you got time there, which is almost too much in baseball.
Oh, I think it's way too much for the everyday player. Pitchers-wise, you can get it all locked in. I think the problem here is there should be a disadvantage to the wild card team. Getting in, but there's so much time that to me that they could still pitch one of their better pitchers. If the playoffs started directly the next day after the wild card game, they couldn't have their best guy. I don't know. They need the time in case there's a tie on Monday.
Correct, and there could be.
And there could be.
Oh yeah,
there's a good chance.
You might have to play 2 games to decide who gets in the wild card game. 1 game. This is in the air to center field, playable for Adam Jones, moves into right center and puts it away to end the inning. Feldman works his way around another walk. We're through 3. It's 1-0 Boston. Baseball is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Whether you're at home or away, Eastern Bank puts you first with mobile banking. Pay bills, check balances, transfer money, even deposit checks, all from your phone. Eastern Bank, here you're first. Top half of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park, 1-0. The Red Sox have the lead as it's fouled off by Chris Davis to begin the inning. As the Red Sox send the shift on the right side of the infield, with Pedroia in short right field against Davis. Here's an 0-1. Now, Messon has had a great partnership with WJAR in Providence, and it's great to have with us Frank Carpano again. Frank, great to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Nice to see you, John. Nick, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see
Thank you very much.
Sports anchor at Channel 10 in Providence since 1980. So
you didn't have to mention. You didn't have to mention.
I had to drop the date. That is impressive. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, I've been around a long time and gotten to see a lot of these guys, and also a lot of them coming up through the ranks in Pawtucket. So it's been a lot of fun. Of course, one of the first big stories I covered was the Pawtucket Red Sox 33-inning game. I was working the night that game started back in 1980.
81.
Yeah, 80. 80?
81, strike year.
And there were some amazing guys in that game. Cal Ripken played in that game.
Boggsy?
That's right.
Wade Boggs played in that game. Marty Barrett played in that game. Bruce Hurst was part of that as well, and it's still the record today.
Yeah, it is.
And this year the Paw Sox had another very good season.
They did. They made the Governor's Cup Finals. The first time in their history that they've made the Governor's Cup Final twice. They won it last year, and they came up just a bit short this year. They ran up against a very tough Durham Bulls pitching staff, best in the minor leagues.
Frank is also the PA announcer for the Providence College Friars, which should be coming up very soon.
You know, the weather tonight has got me thinking about college basketball, but more about postseason baseball, which we're very much looking forward to.
The Bruins came in town with Jack Edwards and Brick.
Right, we did the tour yesterday at Warwick Mall, and we did the baseball guys back in February, wasn't it, Don?
Yeah, we were there in February.
Yeah, you went everywhere.
Here it is, as a matter of fact.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun yesterday with those guys. The question's a little bit different. When you were there with Jerry, was a lot of fun talking about your relationship and everything. Hardcore Bruins hockey fans.
So they didn't have much. They're not much fun. Were they fun?
We had fun, but it was hardcore questions about who's going to replace this guy, who's going to replace that guy, and it was still a good time.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Jack's a cult figure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. And he used to, he's a Channel 10 alum. I don't know if you knew that.
That's right. I did know that, actually. I had forgotten about that, though.
They're telling me you had a show about getting Frank in shape. What is that all about?
Oh, that was,
I
can't believe, I got to take that out of the bio.
I'm telling you.
I got to run with the Olympic torch prior to the Olympic Games in Atlanta many years ago.
Yeah,
so,
96.
You take one look at me, I got to get in shape before I do something like that. So we did a series of stories getting me in shape to do that torch run, which was really a thrill. It was great.
We're joined by Frank Carpano as the Red Sox and Orioles play here in the top half of the fourth inning. Frank has won several Sportscasting of the Year awards, inducted to the Silver Circle of New England Academy Television and Arts as Jones strikes out. It's back-to-back Ks now for Dempster. That's 5 in the game.
He had 3 punch-outs early in this game. You see he gets Jones 3 and 2. I think he's going to go upstairs with a fastball. Jones trying to leave, like all of them trying to leave.
I'm curious if things work out tonight that the Red Sox clinch a playoff spot. What do you think, Eck? Do you celebrate?
No, I think it's the next one is what they're going to celebrate. They'll acknowledge it, obviously, but they're not going to be whooping it up.
The division really the prize. I mean, there's work to do.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, remember the Yankees? When the Yankees would win their first division series, they wouldn't even jump up and down. If you think about it, right? They'd sort of yay and shake hands.
Yeah.
And the teams that haven't been there before are just going crazy.
There's a ground ball to second base, and Pedroia is able to throw out Markakis to end the inning. Frank Carpano, great to see you. Thanks for coming
up. Great to see you, Don.
Appreciate
Thank you, Eck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
1-0 Boston. always put others first. Wouldn't it be nice if your bank did the same thing? With products that make life easier and a commitment to helping those in need, here, your first Eastern Bank. We play on to the bottom of the 4th inning. And a first pitch curveball from Scott Feldman is in there for strike 1 to Mike Carter. This is a guy that I think falls under the classification of surprise for me as he lifts this ball out to center field. Is a guy that hits at 306 coming into tonight's game. Playing time sometimes been far and few between, but he has been terrific. And how he's kept his timing at the plate, I don't know.
You know, more than anybody else. And I don't know what the 10th player means. You know, I mean, but he would fall in that category depending on which way you want to go. I mean, he typifies the 10th player. I mean, the surprise year. I mean, you could go to Uehara if you wanted to, too, but.
Well, this guy comes off the bench a lot. I mean, to me, yeah. I mean, Uehara a complete surprise.
Totally.
But
that guy's had so many clutch hits. And then you put him right in the middle of the lineup.
One down here in the 4th inning. Jared Saltalamacchia grounded out to first base in the 2nd inning. Orioles in the shift again on the right side. That's fouled back, and it's 1-1. And it is Machado in short right field. It's a pretty long throw from where he is. Yeah. I guess you need a third baseman's arm.
That's a workout for him, huh? Every time a left-hander's up, he's got to jog to right field.
Frank did not seem pleased you brought up his workout regimen.
I shouldn't have done that. They told me to do it. I didn't know.
You were set up.
I didn't know about Frank's show that he did in '96, right?
Well, it was 1990. Oh,
yeah,
right.
He said the Olympics. Yeah, I didn't know.
Frank was not pleased with that. But
it wasn't like he was boiling or anything. I mean, I wouldn't have said it if he was a tuna.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't have said anything about working out.
You never know. Sometimes there's no filter.
He looked like he's in pretty good shape.
Yes.
Wasn't he?
Yes,
Big dude.
He was definitely not a tuna.
No, he was not.
No. And he wasn't boiling.
He wasn't boiling. So he didn't mind if I brought it up.
No, 3-1 pitch into the shift again. And Machado has had to make the quick play, or tried to make the quick play, and it goes off his glove and has no play at first base.
Well, if he makes this play clean, it's going to be an out, but I think you've almost got to give it a hit. It's in shallow right field. You see him having to charge hard because he knows he has to hurry up and let it go. If he makes the play cleanly, he's out, but because he didn't, you sure can't give him an error on that.
They did.
They did.
E5.
Wow.
Charge to Machado in short right field. So 1 on, 1 out. And Stephen Drew, the batter. Drew walked in the 2nd inning. Feldman has walked 4 in his outing. That's in 3 1/3 innings.
That's like giving the right fielder an error on a base hit to right field, right? If the right fielder was playing shallow.
Very shallow.
But you never, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
like really shallow.
It's a base hit.
If he picks it up, he's got to play at first base.
That's a long throw.
Yes, it is. But I agree with your first notion, though, that if he does play cleanly, he's got Saltalamacchia at first base.
So that's why it's an error.
I think that's why it's an error.
All right. I can live with that.
You're okay?
I'm all right.
1-0 is outside. 2-0.
Do you give that an E5, even though he's not?
Even though he's in short right field.
Okay.
(2-0) to Drew is going to miss for ball 3. 3-0. Drew walked in the 2nd inning. They shift for Drew as well. There's a strike. 3-1.
Once again, the 3-0 cutter, just to stay in shape, right? I mean, my goodness. It's like routine. Is there any? Do you ever throw 3-0 fastballs? I mean, you're giving them the pitch. Just in case you're swinging, I'm throwing a cutter.
He's swinging 3-1, and he fouls it back. Full count. Well, for every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. One down, Saul Talamaki at first base, and Stephen Drew with a full count here. One out in the inning. And Drew walks for the second time tonight. That is 5 walks for Feldman. That ties a career high for Feldman. Well, tonight's Twisted But True Fact takes a look at the Red Sox performance this year against the Yankees, whom they eliminated from division title contention with Sunday's win. Sox finished 13-6 in the season series against New York. First time any team has defeated New York 13 times in a season since the 1976 Orioles. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea is the refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. Red Sox doing very well this year against the Yankees.
How about Napoli's numbers against the Yankees?
Ridiculous.
7 dingers, 20 ribbies. My goodness, 2 slams.
One out, first and second for Xander Bogaerts. 303 average coming in. He walked in the second inning. Runner is going as a swing and a miss. Throw to third base is going to be, and no, he missed the tag. I was going to say he's going to be safe, but he is in there safely.
What is going on?
Throw beat him for sure, but the tag didn't.
As soon as he put down the tag, I said, why are they doing this double steal act with Saltalamacchia? Obviously, it's shock theater here, running Saltalamacchia. Throw hasn't been easy. He takes it in front of the bag, and I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. He kind of misses him, but then he gets him in late. Maybe not at all.
Maybe not at all.
The mystery tag. By the time he tagged him, I guess he was in. But the throw, when the throw beats you that bad, I can't believe they didn't. They automatically call you out. It's a break for the Red Sox.
So a double steal. Saltalamacchia at third, Drew at second. And Bogaerts down on the count here, 0-1. And Bogaerts fouls it off, 0-2.
I mean, they took the Orioles off guard right there. Who was thinking double steal with Salty?
Infield playing about halfway all the way around now as Bogaerts fouls off another pitch.
I mean, it ended up being okay, but to me it was not a good play. He's out at third. It's not a good play.
And Buck Showalter thought they had him. So did Manny Machado. Curveball line to left, and it's caught. No, dropped by McLeod. And this will score a run. Saltalamacchia had to wait to make sure, and McLeod just didn't catch it. It glances off his glove, a ball he should have caught. And the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
McLeod, he's got to catch this ball. You see, Bogaerts waits on a curveball, hits a bullet to McLeod. That ball's sinking quickly, but he's got his glove on it. And he just whips it. It just nicks the bottom of his glove. That's got to be caught. Another error for the Orioles that inning. A couple of big breaks for the Red Sox on the double steal and the 2 errors.
So 2 miscues in the inning. This will bring a visit from the pitching coach with 1 out in the inning. And the Red Sox adding their second run of the game. It's time for a Toyota game break with Leah Hextall. All right, Leah, thanks very much. So Kansas City on top 1-0 in the second inning in KC. First and third here for Boston. One out in the inning. And Dustin Pedroia, the batter, who's third at bat of the night against Feldman, is tossed to first base. Saw the action in the Orioles pen. A pretty short leash, I think, tonight for Feldman and anybody at this point for the Orioles this stage of the season.
Well, you hate to see him get away with the 5 walks, but then again, it's not his fault with a couple of errors this inning, even though that was a bullet to McLeod. But he's got to catch that.
This is a team that is first in fielding percentage in the American League.
You know, I think he probably took his eye off it a little bit. You know, the runner at third. Bet you with nobody on, he catches that ball. But he's probably thinking maybe I could launch one. After I catch this, I might heave one in there.
Sometimes you see them lose it in the lights, but that was too low to be in the lights. That ball stayed pretty low the entire way out there. It was a hot shot. 1-0 fouled off. 1-1.
Well, it's not like he's got dynamite, electric stuff out there on the mound. They need to take advantage of it.
Trying to take advantage of the 5 walks. Is a lot in this game. 2 miscues coming in this inning for the O's. 1-1 is outside for ball 2.
I mean, we see this routinely every night. Pitch count over 80 in the 4th inning. You may be able to shut out the White Sox, but it's not going to happen here in Fenway.
There you go, the White Sox again.
Yeah, I can't help it. I think he shut out the White Sox. That's why I said it.
The 2-1 to Pedroia is fouled off his shoe tops. 2-2.
He did. He shut out the White Sox. 2 starts again. That's why I said it. I didn't say it for nothing.
You're not making it up then.
And I'm kind of right about the White Sox, aren't I? I mean, they've been getting beat up.
They have.
Regular, like they're not trying or something.
The Eastern Mass Lexus dealers bring you the pitching line for Scott Feldman. 3 1/3, 2 hits, a run, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts, thrown 85 pitches. Yes, your White Sox are 59 and 91. They are 28 games behind the Tigers in the American League Central.
But Feldman shut them out 2 starts ago.
Pedroia fouls it off to the right, still 2-2. Pedroia's hit leadoff in each of the Red Sox last 7 games. Came in hitting at .308 from the top spot in the Red Sox order. First games as a leadoff hitter since 2009. Two. Yeah, that's fouled back. Still 2-2.
That is so annoying as a pitcher. Foul ball. Foul ball. Make a good pitch, he fouls it off. Make a good pitch, he fouls it off. It gets to you after a while. Not that this was the greatest pitch going, but don't be afraid to pop it up. You know, when you're going bad as a pitcher. And that's exactly what Pedroia does. Routinely.
Think back over the years, Ichiro and of course Wade Boggs.
Oh,
very good at fouling pitches off. Johnny Damon here with the Red Sox for a number of years.
They wait so long. They wait till the ball's almost in the catcher's glove.
It's like an emergency swing.
They just keep flicking it and slicking it. He flicks. Remember, he hits the catcher's glove a lot, Ellsbury. He swings so late sometimes.
2-2's on the ground to third base. Machado to second for 1, on to first, and it is in time. As Pedroia thought he beat it out, but it's a double play that ends the inning. Red Sox get a run and take a 2-0 lead. 8 stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Trust medicine that puts people first. Learn more at bidmc.org/human first. Then we head to the 5th inning. Red Sox tack on another run, take a 2-0 advantage. There's Danny Valencia, Matt Wieters, and J.J. Hardy to bat here in the top of the 5th inning. Ryan Dempster has been outstanding so far tonight. He has 5 strikeouts in his outing and has given up just the 1 hit through the first 4 innings.
Has a lot of success tonight with his fastball. Several punch outs.
In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. He has won back-to-back decisions, beating the Chicago White Sox, and then he beat the Tigers a little bit tougher. Last time out, a no decision against Tampa Bay as he went 5 innings, giving up 1 run. That was a game that Mike Carp hit the pinch hit grand slam in the 10th inning, so ended up with a no decision. 2-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. Valencia almost lunged into it.
Dempster's had a lot of run support this year. 6.75 run support. That has a lot to do with those big games he won, but 18-5. You know, that kind of makes it get out of whack sometimes. When you have 3 or 4 games where you really score a lot of runs, it's not like you're going to get 6 runs every game consistently. A lot of guys are going to win. You win 20 games, you get 7 runs a game. Every time out, I'll take my chances, man.
.75 run support is the best in the majors. As down to first base goes Valencia. Leadoff walk to begin things here in the 5th. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, Don, I'm lucky enough to be in the stands right here with Nick and Ryan with Special Olympics Massachusetts, Director of Advancement. And Nick, tell us about Special Olympics Night Massachusetts here at Fenway Park.
Well, we're just really excited to be here. The Red Sox are a great partner of ours, and the Red Sox have built a great community here in Massachusetts and throughout New England. And we at Special Olympics, that's what we do. Through sports, we build community. So it's a great partnership, and we're really excited to be here. A lot of fun on-field activities before the game.
All right, one of those activities, you were able to get on the field over there. You're an athlete with the Special Olympics and going to the Nationals with the basketball team. What is that experience going to be like?
Better experience. Really good experience.
What does the Special Olympics mean to you?
Loving, caring, and helping one another with other athletes with disability and capability. Help them out. Make sure everything doing good. Make sure the athlete be part of the community or Special Olympics. Because I've done this Special Olympics for the past 23 years.
Amazing. And for fans at home that may want to help and donate to the Special Olympics, how can they do so?
Well, you can go on our website, specialolympicsma.org. We've got to send Ryan to national games, and you can find all the information on our website.
Thank you very much. Back to you.
All right, Jane, thank you very much. A line out by Matt Wieters on a hot shot to Pedroia, trying to turn it into 2, but he does get the initial out on the liner.
See, Dempster brings out the splitter this inning, and the line drive there by Wieters. He had just walked Valencia on a splitter in the dirt, but Pedroia had hit a line drive for an out earlier in the game, so he takes one away.
So 1 out, Valencia at first base, and J.J. Hardy the batter. Hardy grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning. As he takes ball 1. And J.J. Hardy, the starting shortstop of the All-Star game this year, his 2nd All-Star game. 0 for 2 with an RBI in the game. In there for a strike, 1-1.
Dempster had faced Hardy probably quite a few times when he was in the National League. Came into the game 3 for 32 often. Not real good. Make it 3 for 33 right now.
Yeah, strike call. 1-2. And slider there from Dempster. Mentioned the 5 strikeouts tonight for Ryan Dempster. He has walked 2 along the way and only given up 1 hit. In the air to left field, struck well, and that ball is going to be off the wall. Victorino plays the Karen barehanded and fires in. Stopping at third base is Valencia. Kind of missing the cutoff man there from center was Victorino, and all of a sudden it is second and third with 1 out.
Thank goodness this ball isn't out of the ballpark. You know, he's thrown everything away to Hardy before this pitch. He tries to get a ball in on him. Hardy, dead pull hitter, luckily doesn't lose this ball. Kind of power that he has, and you see Valencia, they hold him up. Drew would have had a shot at him at the plate. I don't know if that throw was good enough, but you see this ball 3/4 away off the wall. Luckily, it's not a 2-2 game right there. You see the cutoff to Drew, and he doesn't even make it to the mound. That runner probably would have scored, but they didn't want to take a chance.
So second and third, 1 out, and Brian Roberts coming up. Roberts flied out to the center fielder Shane Victorino in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Takes strike 1 over the inside corner. .364 with runners in scoring position as he bats with Valencia at third base, Hardy at second base, and 1 out. In there for strike 2.
There he goes. Good command of his fastball, especially this at bat. Fastball in, fastball away. They're giving him a run. Ground ball second to short is a run. But he'd like a punch out right now that he's got 2 strikes. Got to make him chase something down. Split finger. Got to be.
Chases it away, and it is fouled off.
But those 2 fastballs set up that split finger. He'll take his time. When he gets good runners on base, he takes his time.
Roberts grounds one towards third base. Bogarts slips the runner back at second and throws to first as a run scores. Valencia comes in from third base with the Orioles' first run of the night. As Roberts retired 5-3, Hardy remains at second with now 2 down.
Valencia's went on contact. Luckily that ball wasn't hit sharply to third, because there could have been a play, but it took 2 hops to get to Bogarts. See, Weekly hit ground ball. Valencia took off. No play for Bogarts at the plate. They were giving him the run.
So 2 down. J.J. Hardy at second base, and Nate McLouth the batter. And McLouth will take ball 1. McLouth would like to atone for his error made in left field that led to the second Red Sox run of the night. Inside for ball 2, 2-0. Dempster had 75 pitches as he works here at 2 outs in the 5th inning. Manny Machado waits on deck. And falls behind 3-0.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's afraid to throw that fastball behind the count.
There's a strike, 3-1.
Might as well stay out there, paint, or let it be a ball. Base open, Machado up.
There's ball 4, and there's the third walk given up by Dempster, the second of the inning. Well, hey, Sox fans, there's nothing better than fall baseball and Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin lattes. Stop into Dunkin' anytime between 2 and 6 p.m. Enjoy a small hot or iced latte for only 99 cents. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. So 2 down, runners at first and second for the O's. And it brings up Manny Machado. Machado singled in the first inning, popped out to short in the third. 1 for 2 tonight.
He will find his way to trouble every game.
In the air to shallow left as Carp's coming in. Out goes Drew, and it'll be Stephen Drew makes the catch. And Dempster gives up a run in the inning. It is 2-1. Red Sox have the lead.
And Connecticut. That's right. Every offer, we'll match them. Plus, your casino card could get you an equal level Foxwoods Rewards card. Sign up today. Visit foxwoods.com for complete details. Foxwoods, official partner of the Boston Red Sox.
2-1. Red Sox have the lead over the Baltimore Orioles as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Shane Victorino, David Ortiz, and Mike Napoli to bat in the inning. First pitch strike into Shane Victorino. He walked in the first inning, struck out looking in the third inning. Only 2 strikeouts tonight for Feldman as he has walked 5. And this will be his 90th pitch of the night. In there for strike 2. Petrino didn't like it. He's down 0-2.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to go in there and get a strike without almost hitting him. You don't want that ball to tail. That ball tails it all. It's got him. Right on that line. Back foot.
Reaches out and grounds it to third base. Machado throws low, but it's dug out by Davis on the backhand for the first out of the inning. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years with new low yearly prices. Watch out-of-market games live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. One down here in the 5th. And David Ortiz fouls the first pitch back and out of play. David grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the first inning. Grounded out to third base in the third, 0 for 2. None of the 5 walks that Feldman has allowed have turned into a run. Ties a career high for Feldman in walks tonight.
Well, this guy is a control pitcher, and so when he does something like that, he's just being really careful. Luckily tonight he's only given up a couple of hits, 1 unearned run. Really just the blast from Pedroia, the leadoff home run.
That's how he started his evening. In the bottom of the first inning, Dustin Pedroia's home run, his 9th of the year, led off the bottom of the first.
He's going to find it a hard time getting to the 7th inning at 95 pitches right now.
And Ortiz strikes out. That seemed to buckle him right there. So Feldman strikes him out. It is the 3rd strikeout for Scott Feldman.
Ortiz gets freaked out on a fastball. Can't believe it. Like a 2-seamer that ran across back over the plate. That was the last thing on his mind was a fastball.
Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pitch Zone. 2 down here in the 5th inning, and it brings up Mike Napoli. Napoli grounded out to third base in the first inning, walked in the third, and it's his 3rd look at Scott Feldman. In there for a strike, 1-1.
Everybody's starting to try to look for something else, and he's sort of slipping the fastball in.
Fastball at 89 miles an hour. There's a ground ball chopped foul outside of third. Feldman has only given up 2 hits on the night. The home run by Pedroia in the first inning. And he gave up a double to Mike Karp with 1 out in the second inning.
He's done a nice job. It just hasn't looked all that pretty.
His 100th pitch is going to miss up and away. Ball 3, full count. Sixth full count tonight for Feldman. As Daniel Nava waits on deck. In tight, did he go? No. They check with Laz Diaz at first base and a 2-out walk. New career high for Scott Feldman. That's his 6th walk he's given up. NESN's coverage of Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Kia of New England, McDonald's of Boston, Minuteman Health, and by Toyota's official website for deals by Toyota.com. 2 down in the 5th inning. Mike Napoli with a 2-out walk at first and brings up Daniel Nava. He is 0 for 2. And swings at the first pitch. Hits a fly ball down the left field line. Nate McLeod heads over and makes the catch that ends the inning. Through 5 at Fenway, Red Sox have a 2-1 lead. To the top half of the 6th inning, and it'll be Chris Davis, Adam Jones, and Nick Markakis here in the 6th inning. Davis 0 for 2 as he struck out twice, once in the 1st and once in the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Red Sox in the shift on the right side. Pedroia drifting into short right field. Stephen Drew joining them on the right side of the infield. Only Xander Bogaerts on the left side.
184 punch outs on the year for Davis. I can live with it. Got 50 bombs.
That's the thing.
Yes, 50 bombs. 41 doubles.
Camden Yards, a very good place for him to play.
Oh, yeah, he can go deep anywhere. But it gives him a chance to flick the ball to left center field. Doesn't have to exactly crush it, but boy, this guy can hit some long bombs.
2-1 is hit high and deep to center field. Victorino going back into the triangle area, and that ball is gone. Straight away center field for Chris Davis. His 15th home run of the year ties this game at 2 aside.
Well, the second I say something, he goes yard. A slider down and in. It punched him out 2 times, and then careful down. Ball's not really breaking that sharp, and he can lift. And he lifts this ball. That's almost like Salty, the way Salty hits those high fly balls. 51 on the year.
New Orioles franchise record for a single season. as the pitch misses high. Brady Anderson, of course, had 50 back in 1996.
It's unheard of. Brady Anderson out of nowhere hits 50.
1-0 is a swing and a miss.
Boy, Jones, he just doesn't get cheated. He swings so hard. I'm surprised he hits 290. If those numbers are up. 31 jacks, 102 ribbies. It had a great year.
Inside for ball 2, 2-1. That is the 26th home run given up this year by Dempster.
I don't know how many solos there are, but there's been quite a few. I would guess 20, at least 20 solos. I'm just guessing.
Ace ticket brings you the pitching line for Ryan Dempster. 5 plus 3 hits, 2 runs. He has walked 3 and struck out 5. Two pitch. And it's outside for ball 3.
Well, he's got to be careful. I mean, part of his game is to keep the ball in the ballpark. He walks a lot of guys. I mean, the walks are way up there. But once again, the punch outs get him out of trouble.
He's had 5 strikeouts in the game tonight. Walked 3 batters.
Got 77 walks on the year. That's quite a few walks, really, for 167 innings.
Kansas City has a 3-0 advantage now against Cleveland tonight. They are in the 3rd inning at last check. 3-2 pitch is fouled back.
I mean, who really wants that wild card? I mean, nobody has taken off.
No, the wrong time.
Everybody's going to play 500, all those teams, the rest of the year, and it's going to come down to a 1-game playoff. I mean,
yeah, Baltimore, you get Cleveland in the mix. Kansas City, sort of. They're 2.5 back. Yankees.
Rangers don't want to win. I mean,
no. Talk about going at the wrong time of the year in the wrong direction. As Jones heads down to first base, walks with nobody out.
Bullpen's got to get going, you would assume.
Now, Texas has lost 7 games in a row and 9 of their last 10.
I'll tell you, it's not the same lineup. It's just offensively, they're just not even close to being what they once were. And it may cost Washington his job, because if they don't win this year, I don't think he's coming back. That wouldn't shock me at all.
The loss of Nelson Cruz is also big for them offensively, of course.
And you wonder, is he going to come back? Just like Peralta. And I saw where Peralta was practicing left field. Now that Iglesias is playing shortstop. So I wouldn't be surprised if Peralta comes back.
And Peralta, they had, well, you think about left field right now for Detroit. We saw a lot of Andy Dirks in that series.
But that wouldn't surprise me, with him playing left field.
1-0 foul back by Markakis.
You think New York, they left here thinking, that took the wind out of their sails. They look like a team that they have no chance, but they could leave and start playing well again. It wouldn't be that big of a surprise, but they've got to pitch. Nova didn't throw very well at all. And Sabathia, all 3 of them, if you think about it, Kuroda, Sabathia, and Nova. Nova looked horrible Sunday night.
Well, the Yankees are trailing the Toronto Blue Jays tonight 2-0 in the 7th inning of the Rogers Center.
That's Dickey against Pettit.
Pettit 10-9, Dickey 12-12, and kind of a disappointing first season with the Blue Jays. Runner goes in the 2-1, and it's headed out to center field. Victorino moving back, and he makes the catch. over the shoulder, able to make the grab and straight away center field. Shane Victorino on the catch up by the triangle.
What a catch. This is happening nightly with Victorino. This ball directly over his head. Markakis smokes this ball. He gets on his horse. The ball's kind of fading the other way over his back shoulder, and he snatches it. Almost came, not a clean catch, but what a huge catch. Saving another run. This happens every night.
Well, the Red Sox very fortunate to have him to slide into center field in the absence of Jacoby Ellsbury, and really playing with two center fielders this year, with Victorino in right field for most of the year. And of course, Shane had some terrific years, Gold Glove years, in center field for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Doesn't that have to be strange, playing right field all year, and then you go out to center field and you get a ball like that, and it's kind of slicing a little bit at the end, and you're on your horse, you're flying, and you got to lean back, and you're hoping that you catch it clean.
There's a strike over the outside corner.
Saved Lackey a couple runs the other night on a gap ball that he caught in right center field, playing right field. I mean, if this guy doesn't get the Golden Glove, I mean, I don't know what you have to do to get one.
Low for ball one to Danny Valencia. He has walked twice in the game and scored the Orioles' first run.
I found out how many solo home runs Dempster's given up. 26 on the year, 21 solos.
Wow.
Thank goodness.
So it is high.
Yes. I guess 20, not a bad guess.
Strike over the outside corner. Valencia didn't think so. Well, 51st home run of the year for Chris Davis.
No shame in giving up a home run to him this year.
No. Check on Jones, back to the bag.
See 13 bags on the year. He just takes them here and there. He's not really necessarily a base stealer.
There's a ground ball to shortstop. Drew goes to second for one, on to first for two. Well, home run for Chris Davis, but a great catch by Shane Victorino. This game's tied 2-2. United Bank. Leah Hextall and Adam Pellerin will tell us what risks are involved in the Patriots playing Rob Gronkowski this weekend. And Jamison Coyle reports from the 12th annual tradition. We'll also have you a recap from our game here at Fenway, plus highlights from the Bruins and Capitals preseason game. It all comes your way on NESN Sports Today, immediately following our Sox coverage. Leah Hextall will be back at our NESN studios in Watertown. Adam Pellerin will be right here at Fenway Park. Chris Davis has hit his 51st home run of the year. And the game tied 2-2. There's the first pitch fouled back by Mike Karp from the new Orioles pitcher. As TJ McFarland checks in. McFarland getting his 34th appearance of the year. Made one start. A 4.46 earned run average. Opponent sitting at 275 against him. Grounded right side and a high hopper to Roberts, who throws him out at first base for the first out of the 6th inning.
McFarland, a left-handed pitcher that they got into Rule 5 this past offseason, has kept him on the roster, done a nice job for them all year.
And Feldman goes the first 5 innings, only allowed 2 Red Sox hits and 2 runs. He did walk 6, a new career high, and he struck out 3.
He couldn't make it. Pitch count got him. You knew it was going to happen.
103 pitches. And strike 1 to Saltalamacchia. Jared has grounded out to first base and reached on an error.
You see him throw that little slinging, sinking cheese down and away.
Gossman up in the pen for the Orioles. And tap foul evens the count at 2-2.
I have a feeling we're going to see some guys out of the bullpen tonight.
Yes.
Matchup city for 4 innings.
Orioles have 10 relievers in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, and striking out is Saltalamacchia, second out of the 6th inning. With Safeco Insurance, let's just take a look at the road ahead and the pitching matchups for the remainder of this series. Tomorrow will feature Wei-In Chen for the Orioles going up against Jake Peavy. Peavy's .685 win percentage this season is 6th best in the American League. Then on Thursday, Chris Tillman will take on John Lackey. Tillman's 16 wins, tied for 3rd most in the American League, and his .727 win percentage is 4th overall in the American League. Pitch for a strike over the outside corner to Stephen Drew. There is Wei-In Chen. We'll see here tomorrow night.
Well, we're going to see their best 3 pitchers. You saw Feldman tonight, and Chen tomorrow, and their ace, Tillman, who's pitched so well against the Red Sox this year.
Tillman will be in search of his 17th win on Thursday night. He is 16-6. No 2 pitch is low for ball 1. Stephen Drew has walked twice. Of course, all of that was against Scott Feldman tonight. In the dirt, full count. Farland had been ahead 0-2, but now 3-2.
I saw a game the other night with Francona and the Indians. He brought out, I don't know, like a record number of relievers.
They had 15 at one point in their bullpen.
Right. I mean, he used almost everybody one night. I'm not kidding. And Tito was never really necessarily right, left, right guy.
This is hit down the right field line, and it is a foul ball just to the right of the pole.
Boy, he just missed hooking that ball right down the pesky pole.
I texted Tito. It was during a game in which they had, the first night they had 15 guys in their bullpen. I said, are you going to use them all?
He did one
He
night.
wrote back and he said, we need them all. So they are using them apparently. And the Indians very much in the mix again. He's done a great job.
He has. Problem is Masterson's hurt. Got an oblique.
There's a swing and a miss, and Drew strikes out to end the 6th inning. Drew 6, game tied 2-2. This call to the bullpen is brought to you on Nesson by New England Ford dealers. And Brandon Workman into the game for Boston. First out of the pen, 18th appearance. Made 3 starts earlier in the year. He's 6-3, 4.54 earned run average, 45 strikeouts to 14 walks, and opponents hitting at 258 against Brandon Workman. Workman coming in here for Ryan Dempster and deals with Matt Wieters. Leads it off here in the 7th inning. Wieters, Hardy, and Roberts expected in the inning. And strike 1 to Wieters.
You know, you go back to when Workman pitched against the Seattle Mariners right before they made the Peavy trade. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, I think he could start for us. And then you make the Peavy trade, and then he goes directly to the bullpen. And I'll tell you what, he's had his troubles here and there. But for the most part, it's been positive. And he's worked himself into this mix of relievers, the last 4 relievers when you consider it. You talk about Uehara, you talk about Tazawa, Breslow, and Workman. Those 4 are probably your most, to me right now, the most important relievers you have. Is that enough? No, but there's a lot more guys that are still going to have a chance to be in the mix. One being, I think, Morales.
Right, all of a sudden, he is pitching very well.
Yeah, his arm is lightening it up a little bit.
Thornton has been a bit of a concern.
Right. So there's some question marks out there in the bullpen. Breslow's been great. He really has all year long.
Let me ask you this. The starters who don't make the rotation in the first round, you see them moving to the bullpen?
It depends on how many they keep.
In the air down the right field line. Nava headed over towards the seats and leans, but does not have a play as he goes diving after that ball, but can't come up with it.
Ball just gets into the stands. Victorino probably would have dove in there.
Well, ran into the wall at the very least.
I'm telling you, he would have just dove in there, but it's out of the reach of Nava. Just out of the reach. But you talk about going forward in the playoffs with the bullpen and the starters who you're going to move to the bullpen. It depends on how many pitchers you use in the first round. 10, 11. I know you don't need 12 pitchers. Therefore, you have 4 starters and 7 relievers. We'll get into this in the coming days, but
some interesting decisions to be made. This one fouled back. Certainly think that they would like to have a speed guy come off the bench, and think of a Quentin Berry in that regard, having that guy available, and that takes up a spot as well.
Right, and then the more guys you count like that off the bench is one less guy in the bullpen.
2-2 pitch to Wieters. He's going to miss inside. Full count.
Big pitch right here.
Wieters fouls it off. Still 3-2. In the last 9 games, Workman has held opponents to a 176 average. Of course, started this year at AA Portland and promoted to Pawtucket in June. And a swing and a miss strikes out Wieters for the first out of the 7th inning.
See him get a little risky here with a 3-2 hook to Wieters in the dirt, but he swings at it. See that 12-6 going down. Big pitch.
Last whiff was brought to you by Head and Shoulders. So Wieters strikes out for the first out of the 7th inning, and it brings up J.J. Hardy.
Boy, confidence in that curveball. You know, the one mistake that he made, remember in Tampa, that he threw the hanging hook to Loney. Tied that ball game up there. And when you make one mistake in the bullpen, it just gets so out of proportion, you know, that thinking, oh my God, he's not throwing the, one bad pitch.
It tied the game at the time.
But he's done a nice job.
Well, he really was good in the starting role in the 3 games he started. As you mentioned, sort of the lost man after Red Sox acquired Jake Peavy. He was the one to come out of the rotation at the time.
And then he threw that wild pitch that Salty couldn't handle, right?
Yankee
in
Stadium.
New York. Costly pitch.
3-0 pitch to Hardy. Yeah, he's swinging 3-0. Hits a fly ball to short right field. And Nava comes in for the second out of the inning. And send it down to Jenny.
Well, Don, a quick update on Jacoby Ellsbury, who's been sidelined since September 6th with a compression fracture in his right foot. He initially injured that foot on August 28th against the Orioles after falling a ball off of it. He resumed some physical non-baseball activities on Friday, and he's continuing with that rehab program, which includes some pool work and some work in the weight room. There's still no projected return date for Ellsbury, but Farrell said that he does expect him to return before the end of the regular season.
Yeah, he has said that many times, said it again today. And as time goes on, you sort of kind of wonder about it. And when he does come back, what kind of conditions is he going to be before the postseason starts?
It's kind of quiet, isn't it? They ask him, and then he says he's just doing his work with the boot off. It's like, what's going to happen? All of a sudden, one day, boom, he's ready, he's playing, everything's cool.
Yeah, be tough to do.
Right, and we haven't really talked about it all that much because everything's going so well without him. But you got to have Ellsbury.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Roberts fouls it off to the left out of play.
What's going to happen? All of a sudden he shows up one day and starts taking BP and
there's
chasing down fly balls, and everything's cool.
There'll be no place for him to rehab.
You think they're quiet about it? Like, he hasn't even talked to the press, Ellsbury, right? He hasn't been available. It's just, we'll let you know when I'm fine.
And the Red Sox thought they had strike 3. Saltalamacchia taking a couple of steps towards the dugout.
That is so strike 3. The ball, I mean, you never see both guys 2 steps. This ball's a strike. I mean, that's a no doubter. See ya. We're out of here.
2-2 is on the ground up the middle. Ranging is Drew. His off-balance throw is good and in time. Well, Workman has a 1-2-3 7th inning as the Red Sox are tied up 2-2. Need to know from the day in sports on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank tonight following our Sox coverage. Well, the Red Sox and Orioles tied 2-2 as this game summary is brought to you by Xfinity from Comcast. Scott Feldman started tonight for the O's, 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, a career high 6 walks. As Chris Davis gets his 51st home run of the year, solo shot. Dustin Pedroia on the other side, able to get his 9th home run of the year. Ryan Dempster went the first 6 innings tonight for Boston. He ends up giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. Mike Karp also 1 for 3 in this game as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Xander Bogaerts leads it off for Boston. And strike 1 from Kevin Gossman just into the game here for the O's. His 16th appearance. He had made 5 starts earlier this year, 2-5.
This is their young gun. We saw him earlier in the year. He started a game against the Red Sox. Got electric stuff. Gas, nasty changeup.
This is chop back at him. Fires to first for the out on Bogaerts for the first out of the 7th inning. Here's how the Red Sox get their first run of the game back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Dustin Pedroia with his 9th home run of the year and the 99th of his career.
You have to go bridge to get your beard pulled, or can it just be an RBI?
I think pretty much it's been bridge work.
Right, exactly. You don't just pull somebody's beard for a base hit, key base hit. You got to go hard. Right.
The only time I've noticed it has been home runs.
Right, exactly.
Has to hurt, though, I would think.
That's why you need to hit a home run so it doesn't hurt so much, because you feel so great. Look where this kid throws from the rubber. I mean, he barely touches it. I mean, he's way, way over there. See him? He barely touches it.
This one is chopped down the third baseline. That is a foul ball. Pedroia would have reached, but a foul ball.
A tough call there for Mike Winters. It's his call before it gets to the third base bag. Little chopper. That's that patented ball that he hits a lot. Ball is foul. Pedroia gets a lot of hits like this. Rolling balls over, gets out of the box. Just foul. You know, I used to throw from that side of the rubber too, just like this kid, because
what advantage did he have?
Because I didn't want any holes in the way. You know what I mean? Nobody's over there. Like where you land, there's nobody lands over there. Because, you know, you come in the ninth inning, there's holes everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's maddening. So I'd go all the way over there, and there's no holes over there where you land. If you go far enough to the left, you got your own landing spot. You see what I mean?
Denny's landing spot is his own over here.
Flat.
1-2, chopped to third again. This is a fair ball. Machado's throw is going to be off the mark again, and Pedroia will reach. Cole Davis off the bag to the home plate side of first.
This Baltimore club is a club trying to break a record for the fewest errors, and you see 3 on the night, this being the third. And Machado, this is just an easy play for him, but his throw runs into the line, and Davis has a hard time trying to apply the tag. He can't even keep his back foot on the bag. Just an errant throw, on Machado.
So that is 3 errors tonight for the Orioles. Shane Victorino coming up. Second for Machado tonight. Victorino walked in the first inning, struck out in the third, and grounded out to third base in the 5th inning. May have gone. They check. He did not, says Laz Diaz. Texas tonight has a 6-1 lead over Tampa Bay in the 8th inning in Tampa Bay. Texas has lost 7 games in a row and 9 of their last 10.
And they're going to go back and forth, back and forth. Everybody's going to go back and forth. But Texas needs that game bad.
One-0 is chopped down the third baseline foul. Well, the Red Sox magic number to make the playoffs is 2. If the Sox win tonight and the Cleveland Indians lose, the Red Sox officially make the postseason. Any combination of the Sox wins or Indians losses adding up to 2 puts the Sox in the playoffs. The Sox will clinch a playoff spot tonight if they win and the Indians lose to Kansas City. Red Sox magic number to win the AL East is now 4. And the combination of Sox wins, Rays losses adding up to 4 gives the Sox the division title. And again, it is 3-0 tonight. Kansas City with the lead over Cleveland. They're in the 5th inning in Kansas City. A 1-1 pitch to Victorino. And it's chopped to third. Machado, the second for 1, on to first for 2. Double play ends the 7th inning. Game tied 2-2 at the end of 7. in this game. Just 5 between the two teams combined. Orioles out hitting the Red Sox 3-2, but 3 miscues for the Orioles, who start the day with the best fielding percentage in the American League. And back on the mound is Brandon Workman into his second inning of relief. At 1-2-3 7th inning, top of the Orioles order. Nate McLouth leading it off here in the 8th.
Had a little trouble with the strike zone the last inning. Struck out Wieters on a 3-2 breaking ball. And then Hardy gave him a gift on a 3-0 pitch. He swung and flew out to right field.
There's a strike, 2-1. Nate McLouth has fly to right twice in the game and walked. As he takes ball 3.
Well, I guarantee it, Workman will not face Davis. Machado, the next guy up, but Breslow is going to have Davis.
Line towards the gap in right center field. It's going to get down quickly over his Nava to cut it off. And it's a leadoff single for Nate McLouth to begin the 8th inning. Well, stay with us, and after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live, TC and Hall of Famer Jim Rice will break down the game, and Jenny will bring you clubhouse reaction. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason.
Well, they've got their base stealer on first base right now. It'd be a matter of time before he goes.
.30 out of 37 on the year for McLouth. As you saw Breslow up in the pen, as you mentioned, ready for Chris Davis. Machado lines it down the right field line. This will get in. Heads down towards the right field corner as McLouth to be stopped at third. Machado into second with a stand-up double, and it's second and third with nobody out for the Orioles here in the 8th.
Workman trying to deliver to the plate, knowing that McLouth, he's got to hurry up, and sometimes you leave that fastball up and Machado just gets it and drives it the other way. He's a double machine as it is on the year. This will be his 51st double. McLouth, they get this ball into Pedroia. They hold up McLouth at third, nobody out.
51 of them on the year. And of course Davis in the top 5 as well as John Farrell makes his way out. So Brandon Workman faces 2 batters in the 8th, a single and a double, and that's the night for Workman as Craig Breslow coming in. Red Sox and Orioles tied right now 2-2. Mason also carries the products you need to clean your business. WB Mason now delivers an all-star selection of janitorial supplies, delivering since 1898. Who but WB Mason? The game tied 2-2, but the Orioles are threatening here in the 8th inning as they have runners at second and third, nobody out, and Craig Breslow checks into the game. 57th appearance for Breslow, 5-2. 1.96 earned run average, 55 innings, 31 Ks, and opponents sitting at 231 against Breslow.
Difficult situation. You talk about infield in, looking for a punch out, but you can't punch him out in the first pitch.
Breslow threw a scoreless 8th inning, 2 strikeouts on Sunday night against New York. He's 3-0 with a 0.67 earned run average in his last 27 appearances. He has been terrific. Davis hits it hard to short as Drew looks the runner back and throws to first for the out. So the infield in works there for the first out of the inning. It was hit sharply but right at Stephen Drew.
Boy, you are living right on a sharply hit ground ball right at Drew. Nobody can go anywhere. A little easy out. Now you got Jones coming up. You got Tozawa in the bullpen, but Markakis on deck. So Breslow will continue.
Jones 2 for 7 in his career against Breslow as he takes pitch inside for ball 1. And again, the infield in all the way around.
Friday night, Breslow came in for Lackey and gave up a 2-run double to Cano.
Jones, it's a grounder to short, and Drew again. Fires to first for the out. Breslow at 2 huge outs.
And they like to swing the bat, so you make your pitch early in the count. And you see this cutter down and in, and he doesn't hit this ball at all. Jones, a weak ground ball with the infield in.
Now they can back up. Again, the Red Sox infielders 2 down in the inning. Nick Markakis the batter. Orioles had second and third, nobody out. You got the heart of the Orioles order coming up. And so far, Breslow has gotten 2 outs. Now Markakis takes strike 1.
You know, most of the time Breslow keeps the ball down. He moves it around, not overpowering, but a little breaking ball, turns over a little fastball.
This in the air to left center field. Karp is over and under, and Breslow out of the jam. Outstanding work by Craig Breslow. Game still tied 2-2. Baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, Subaru of New England, the Reebok Spartan Race run at Fenway Park November the 16th, and by Sullivan Tire and Auto Centers. Now back at Fenway Park, and the Red Sox able to get out of a major jam in the top half of the 8th inning, and the game remains tied 2-2. The pitcher for the Orioles as Brian Mattis comes into the game, the former starter, who appears in his 59th game of the season, 2-1 with a 3.42 earned run average, 44 strikeouts to 15 walks, and opponents hitting at .230 against Mattis. David Ortiz will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Swinging for the downs there for strike one.
Last time Mattis faced Ortiz, he blew him away. Last time Baltimore was in town, he just doesn't pick him up.
David just 1 for 19 against Mattis in his career at 0.53.
What a job Breslow did.
Wow.
I mean, woo.
He comes in, he gets Davis to ground out, Jones to ground out, Markakis to fly out. All that, runners at second and third, nobody out in the inning. And the Orioles cannot take advantage of it. They've really struggled with runners in scoring position lately. Ortiz takes the strike, and it evens at 2-2.
You could see that Breslow was excited. It's hard not to hold your emotions when you get out of a second, third jam, nobody out. It's hard to act like Mr. Cool, like no big deal, I got out of that.
Ball 3, full count. Covidien, delivering innovative healthcare products across the globe, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation. David Ortiz leading it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Here's a fastball, hit it.
Foul back.
Boy, he uncorked right there, didn't he? He knew he was getting fastball, and he let it fly.
Orioles have action in their pen. Tommy Hunter, right-hander up. Again, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out on a fastball. 92 miles an hour. Big Papi is out number 1 of the 8th.
You see it again, once again. No, everybody knows the whole ballpark, and obviously David knows a fastball is coming. He just cannot get to it. 1 for 20, is it now?
It is. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pitch Zone. 1 and done for Brian Mattis. The pitching change from Fenway as Tommy Hunter makes his way in. Brian Mattis able to get David Ortiz on the strikeout. Now Mike Napoli bats with 1 out. And the base is empty here in the bottom of the 8th. And takes ball 1 from the new Orioles pitcher, the 5th of the night, Tommy Hunter, into his 64th game of the year. 5-4, the 2.82 earned run average, 64 strikeouts to 12 walks. And Napoli offers at strike 1.
See, back-to-back fastballs, but they've got cuts on them. It's like the ball's running away. He can't hold up. Hunter can rush it up there pretty good.
Swing and a miss, 97 on the fastball. That pitch was up.
That pitch was in the glove when he swung. See, overmatched with that fastball. You got to get the foot down.
This one fouled back. Koji Uehara up in the Red Sox pen. The 1-2. Napoli fouls it straight back. 98 miles an hour on the fastball from Hunter. Remember him as a starter, he had good velocity, but certainly now working for an inning at a time generally, he can really rear back, has much more velocity.
Isn't that what's happening more and more nowadays?
Seems that way.
You see Hoshaver with Kansas City that's letting it fly. All of a sudden he's a bad starter to a great reliever overnight.
1-2 pitch, a check swing, and it's 2-2.
Boy, he checked and it looked like it was a strike. See this ball right on the corner.
Popped up, foul ground as Davis heads over towards the seats and will not have a play. So another chance here for Mike Napoli with 1 out in the 8th. Napoli hits a one-hopper that's knocked down by Hardy, stays with it. Low throw dug out by Davis. Napoli running, and that is out number 2.
What a great play on both ends. You know how hard this is for Hardy to knock this ball down. He doesn't know how that hop's going to come up, but he knows he's got a slow runner, and then he one-hops Davis. Good pick on the other end, but it's like he's saved himself on that. Doesn't know where that one hop's going to go. Knocks it down. The right runner's running, and he throws him out with a good pick by Davis.
So 2 down here in the 8th, and it brings up Daniel Nava. 4 for 6 in his career against Tommy Hunter. That includes a home run. Nava does not have a hit tonight. He has struck out, flied out twice. And takes strike 1. 97 and on the corner. Inside for ball 2, 2-1.
Hunter was the pitcher on the mound when Carp hit that thing down the right field line when they beat Baltimore last time in. Don't forget stuff like that. I know Hunter didn't forget it. I guarantee you.
Carp waits on deck here. 2 down. 2-1 is in the air to left center field. From left comes McLouth, and he will make the catch. It's a 1-2-3-8. We head to the 9th. Game tied 2-2. Is the official pain reliever of Boston Red Sox, a proud supporter of Volunteers. Go to Advil.com to find out about the Advil Relief in Action campaign. 9th inning at Fenway Park. Game tied 2-2 as we head to the top of the 9th. And Koji Uehara comes in for Boston in this tie game at home. Uehara's 68th appearance of the year, 4-0, the 1.06 earned run average. And save opportunities, he's 19 out of 22. Opponent's hitting at just 126 against Koji Uehara. Takes over for Craig Breslow. Did an outstanding job coming in second and third, nobody out, and get the next 3 batters. They're just any 3 batters. It was 3, 4, and 5 in the Orioles order. This pitch fouled off to the left out of play by Danny Valencia. Leads it off here in the 9th inning. Adam Jones, the 3-hitter, grounded out to short. After Machado had doubled, Nate McLouth was at third base. He had second and third, nobody out, and Breslow got out of the jam. 1-0 pitch popped up foul, backing out of play. And it's 0-2 to Valencia.
You see 2 fastballs right out of the gate for Uehara. Balls up, sort of unlike him.
And 1-2-3 9th inning with a strikeout to finish Friday's game against New York. His 27th straight scoreless appearance. Fly ball out to center field. Victorino on the run, and he can't get this. It's all the way back to the garage door. And heading for third base is Danny Valencia. He will get there with a triple to begin the top of the 9th. Well, Victorino got to the one earlier, but this one hit a little better and a little further away from him.
Well, I tell you what, Victorino, every time a ball goes to him, you think he's going to get it. But you see 3 fastballs in a row, fastball up. Valencia, their hot hitter, just drives this ball. 0-2 pitch. It looks like he almost overran it. He was there to catch it and just didn't make the catch. Just so unlike Victorino. You see him, he gets there, reaches for it, and just does not make the catch. It goes as a triple, but normally he catches that ball.
And Valencia being pinch run for after his triple. Alexei Casilla runs for him at third base. Infield in all the way around for Boston. Matt Wieters the batter. And this one fouled back for strike one.
Another fastball by Uehara.
That breaks the club record, 37 consecutive batters over his last 12 games for Uehara as he gives up that triple.
Sooner or later, you got to give up a hit.
Now Wieters to right field. Nava goes back and makes the catch. Tagging at third is Casilla. He will score, and the Orioles pull ahead 3-2 in the ninth.
High split finger by Uehara, and Wieters hits a rope sacrifice fly. Ball's up. This split finger, you don't see it just stay there. The ball had no drop to it, no depth at all. See his first base hit he gave up in a long time, and a run. And you got to come out of that tree sooner or later, Don. I mean, that he was way up that tree now. I mean, you can't get any farther up a tree.
Unbelievable run for Koji Uehara.
Incredible. What I mean, nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it. The way he did it. Dominance.
Now Hardy takes strike over the outside corner. The closer for the Orioles, Jim Johnson, readies in the pen. Red Sox will be expecting Carp, Saltalamacchia, and Drew, but of course the Red Sox had plenty of guys on the bench. Here's a broken bat grounder to shortstop. Drew, off balance throw that is there in time for out number 2. NESN's coverage of Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Whether you're home or away, Eastern Bank puts you first with mobile banking. Pay bills, check balances, transfer money, even deposit checks, all from your phone. Eastern Bank, here you're first. Two down in the ninth, and Brian Roberts the batter. It's a fly ball foul down the third baseline, back into the seats.
The whole thing is shocking. You know, Uehara never giving up a hit, and the way the ball was hit to Victorino, it looked like he had it. To him, it's almost a can of corn. Anything that he gets to, he puts away. And he had more than enough time. He was there. It wasn't like he was fully extended reaching out. Ball just dropped.
And Roberts strikes out, but the damage done. The Orioles get a run and take a 3-2 lead. WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. TC and Jim will break down the highlights, and Jenny will bring you reaction from the clubhouse. WB Mason, Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. Well, the Orioles pulled ahead 3-2. The run in the top half of the 9th inning. And the closer, Jim Johnson, into the game here for Baltimore. In his 69th appearance, he is 45 out of 54 on the year. And there is strike one to Mike Karp. Johnson with a 3.08 earned run average, but 45 saves on the season. It's not been the same year for him, however.
Boy, it's a big save for Johnson. I know that this team needs this game, every game, like we said, so desperately.
Karp with a swing and a miss, down 0-2.
See the sink on his fastball. This is how he gets guys out. A lot of ground balls.
Ground ball left side. Machado's had a tough time throwing tonight, but this is a good throw for the first out of the 9th. Now, Hess and Hess Express are donating $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox home run this season. The Sox have now hit 164 home runs, bringing the total in donations to 82,000. Our thanks to Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. One down in the 9th for Jared Saltalamacchia. It's a ground ball softly foul outside of first base.
Not much you could do with that hard sinker by Johnson. He has blown 9 saves for them this year. Not quite the same year like he had last year with 51 saves.
One stretch from the end of last year till May of this year, the 35 consecutive saves. See Saltalamacchia's numbers against him, and a grounder back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Well placed back up the middle into center, and Saltalamacchia represents the tying run at first base with one down.
Didn't hit it very hard, but placed it in the right part of the infield, right up the middle past Johnson. He reaches for this ball, can't quite get it. Perfectly placed up the middle. Roberts playing him to pull a little bit, and here comes Barry trying to steal a bag. Johnson doesn't take very long to deliver to the plate, and you got one of the best throwing catchers behind the plate in Wieters.
And Quinn Berry running at first base. Stephen Drew the batter, and a fly ball foul off to the left out of play. Jim Johnson has the most blown saves, 9 of them. Red Sox trying to help him to his 10th. Outside for ball 1. Away again, 2-1.
See him try to speed up a little bit his delivery to the plate.
Xander Bogaerts waiting on deck. Barry with a good sized lead at first base. There's ball 3, 3-1.
Well, he's missed badly 3 times, and Drew will not offer. That's a ground ball waiting to happen. You swing at one of those.
Barry takes off. This is grounded back to the mound. Look to second, but throws to first for the out, as that is out number 2. But Barry does get to second, right back to Jim Johnson. And he was able to pick it. He took a look and thought about it, but he goes to first.
Well, if he wasn't running on that, that's a double play. This is a sharply hit ground ball by Drew. You see a good pick by Johnson. He's got no play except to first because Barry is all over second base running on the play.
So the tying run for Boston in scoring position now, but there are 2 outs. And Xander Bogaerts the batter. Walked in the second. Reached on a sacrifice in the 4th inning and then grounded back to the mound in the 7th. Jim Johnson wants a new baseball. Gets one from home plate umpire Mike Winters.
First at bat for Bogaerts, obviously against Johnson.
Outside for ball 1. On the corner for a strike. 1-1.
That is low sinking paint right on the corner. This is a pitcher's pitch. Can't do anything with this.
Swing and a miss, same spot. It's 1-2.
That ball just disappears at 94. It's a big league sinker right there. 94 would bite down.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the last of the 9th. Bogaerts strikes out, and the Baltimore Orioles hold on to beat the Red Sox tonight 3-2. Red Sox leaving the tying run in scoring position, and the Orioles take the 3-2 victory tonight from Fenway Park. It's a tough one to swallow tonight for Boston, and especially the way it ended. Danny Valencia's triple in the top half of the 9th inning. Ball that appeared Shane Victorino may be able to make the catch on.
Well, you feel so fortunate you get out of the 8th inning with guys on second and third and nobody out. Breslow does a great job to get out of it. And then Uehara starts the 9th inning, having not given up a hit forever ago. And he gives up a fly ball to Victorino that he seems like he has a beat on. It doesn't make the catch. It turns into a triple by Valencia, who's been hot as can be for the Orioles lately. And the sacrifice fly by Wieters is the winning run. But you knew sooner or later Uehara was going to give up something. And you might as well do it now. You know, you don't want to do it in the playoffs, right? You want to be clean in the playoffs. But this game, the Orioles need it desperately. They need every game from here on out. And Jim Johnson puts an exclamation mark on it with a punch out of Bogaerts.
Now we're talking about the triple for Valencia that ended what turned out to be the game tonight with the run for the Orioles to center field. Get another look at it here.
And you see this ball, 0-2 pitch, 3 fastballs that he threw Valencia up out of the zone. And he hits this ball in the gap. You didn't think he had enough. And you see Victorino, he's got a beat on it, puts his glove up, but just over the outstretched reach of Victorino, bobbles it a little bit, but a triple, a leadoff triple that ends up scoring on a sacrifice fly by Wieters. But you see that ball caught a lot by Victorino. We've seen some great catches by him over this whole year, and that's why it's a little surprising.
Let's send it down to Jenny Dell.
Danny, this team right here really fighting for their playoff lives. How big was tonight's win?
Huge. You know, every game at this point is very important, and to come out and sneak a win here late, especially off of a great pitcher, it's big.
Coach Uehara had a streak going. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. 37 consecutive batters that he retired, and you broke that streak. What can you say about a streak like that, though?
It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, he's got great stuff. It doesn't surprise me. I was lucky enough to get a pitch to hit, and you know, Victorino made a great play earlier in the game, and I'm thankful he didn't catch mine, and it's huge. We needed this. Team needed this.
What is the team's mentality right now going into this final push?
every game's important. We got to win games, now or never. This is what we play for, is October, and we just need to keep winning.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah.
All right, Jenny, will the Orioles win this game 3-2 tonight from Fenway Park? And the Red Sox with the loss here tonight. The Red Sox now are 92-60 with the loss this evening, as Tommy Hunter gets the win. He is 6-4. The loss goes to Koji Uehara, his first loss of the season. He's now 4-1, and the save to Jim Johnson, who picks up his 46th save of the year. And the updated wild card situation, as the Indians a game back of the Rangers and Rays, and the Orioles with the victory tonight, now 2 games back. Orioles are 3 games, as Cleveland and Kansas City are in the 6th inning tonight, and Kansas City has a 3-1 advantage over the Cleveland Indians in that action tonight from Kansas City. So the Red Sox losing to the